students, welcome back to computer science classes of class 12. Today we will be learning cybercrime, IPR issues and the difference between these two terms, that is hacking and cracking. Now let us see what are the different cyber crimes that we are facing nowadays at a large number. It's hacking, theft, cyber stalking, identity theft, malicious software, child pornography, sales and investment fraud, electronic funds transfer fraud, defamation, assault by threat, denial of service attacks. So we will be discussing them one by one in our upcoming slides. Cybercrime. Before discussing any of the types of cybercrime, we should know what is cybercrime. Though we have discussed it in our previous session, but again we should have a small discussion on it. So cybercrime is nothing but any crime that can be taken or done over online through some computer network or electronic devices. Now, starting with the first type, we have got hacking. Hacking is gaining knowledge about someone's private and sensitive information, of getting access to their computer system illegal. So basically we have to get the information illegally. Next we have got theft. It occurs when a person downloads music, movies and games software without maintaining the laws or by violating some copyrights. So illegally if you are doing anything, so that is only theft, and these are all means maintained or taken care by FBI, that is Federal Bureau of Investigation. Next we have got cyber stalking. Cyber stalking is nothing but stalking a person online. So how, suppose someone is harassing you online with the help of some online messages, some emails, so that is cyber stalking, means chasing you online every time. Next we have got identity theft. Identity theft is stealing your personal information or your bank details through some internet cash transactions. So that is your identity theft. Next we have got malicious software. Malicious software is actually a type of virus. Using viruses we can get the access of someone's computer, or we can just get the information of the particular person with the help of some software like spyware to steal the sensitive information. Next we have got child pornography. In this cyber crime, the defaulters, or you can say the crime, the person who is actually involved in the child pornography, they make sure the persons, the child who is under 18 is sexually exploited under these materials or some maxes of materials, in that the children can be exploited. So the criminals solicit the minors via chat rooms or for some anything, means sending them vulgar messages and all, to just involve them in child pornography or some defaming languages. So you have to be very much aware. Next we have got sales and investment fraud. With the increase of e-commerce, the application of digital technology to fraudulent endeavors has become the much greater. Means when we are having this technology, when there is some very good advantage, obviously there are some disadvantages also. So when we are doing our commerce, our business over online, we have to be technically sound. We have to be aware what are the different crimes that can be occurred with us. We have to be make sure with which website we are sending our digital information or we are doing some investment, whether that site is fraud or not, whether this is fake site or not. Next we have got electronic funds transfer. So while transferring any fund or cash transaction over online, then we have to be very much careful which website we are using and where we are entering our credit card numbers and sort of information. This can be hacked very easily by the hackers. Next we have got defamation. Defamation, the word itself tells you that it uses defaming languages just to lower the dignity of someone. It can be done with the help of hacking of someone's email account and sending some mails by using your account to someone else, like some vulgar messages and all. Next, assault by threat. It refers to threatening a person or his family through the use of computer network. It can be done with the help of emails, videos, MMS and all. The last but very important, it's denial of service. So DOS attack is an attack by which the users of a computer are denied access or use of the resources of that computer. Means you won't be allowed to use your own computer. Generally, these attacks do not allow the attackers to modify or access information on the computer. There are a number of types of DOS. First, DOS of information. It is referring to an attack in which information sought by the user, means the authenticated user, is either destroyed or changed to someone which is just not required or some irrelevant one. Then access to applications. Denial of access to applications refers to the attack that denies the user from accessing an application by making it either unusable or unavailable. So when it is denial of access to information, means you are only not allowed to use your own information. Then when it is denial of access of applications, you cannot access your own applications. Next, denial of access to systems. It refers to unavailability of the systems. Then denial of access to communications, wherein we cannot access the range from like cutting wires or jamming radio communications to flooding networks with excessive traffic. For example, this type of attack is flooding of computer with junk mail. Because all of you know what is junk mail. It is nothing but bulk of mails, bulk of unsolicited mails. Now, after learning all these cyber crimes, we should know how to avoid it, and for that we should know what is netiquettes. means the etiquettes that we should follow over online. In the diagram that is given over the screen represents the different etiquettes that can be followed. First, do not steal, do not use capitalize every time. Use the capital words while sending messages. It refers that you are shouting. Then criticisms means it's very hard to interrupt what the person is thinking, the next person. Pay attention to the language issues. Think before posting. And then avoid humor, because no one can understand your humor over there. You have to use emojis. Then reply quickly. You should not be very much late for replying a particular mail or a post. Next, multiple and recipients. Do not send secret emails to a group of recipients. This is very important, otherwise it will be considered as junk mail. Now, when we have learned about cyber crimes and etiquettes, we should know what is IPR issues. IPR is actually intellectual property right. So, this is the right for the intangible properties like music, literature, some artwork or some software that you have created, some poem you have written. So, getting that property so that no one can use it, or even if they use, they give you the credit. So, before that we have to see what is IP. It is the legal term that refers the creation of the mind that we have already discussed just now. So, the intellectual property may be protected by patents, copyrights, trademarks. Okay. So, next let us see in the given diagram in other way we can understand intellectual property. The ideas, the authorships, the creation, novelty, these are all intellectual property, and these are being strong, these are being protected with the help of patents, copyrights, trademarks, trade secrets. So, the IP or IPR can be defined as the rights of the owner of information to decide how much information is to be exchanged, shared or distributed. Also, it gives the owner a right to decide the price for doing it. Means the owner has all the power whether I will allow this person to use it, my thing, or even if they will use, then how much credit they will give me or how much money they will give me in exchange of use of that.